Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Cape Rugby TV. It's nice to have you with us. Right in studio with me, Jerome Paarwater. Jerome, Violets and Delft, of course, playing at City Park this past weekend. Of course, one of the highlights for them was the fact that DHL Western Province Under 21 was playing against the Vodacom Bulls Under 21 side. So it was almost like DHL was playing curtain raiser for Delft and Violets.
Yeah, it was definitely a curtain raiser, and I think the players like when the spectators come of the various teams, they like it because it's normally not that full when they play.
Yeah.
When they play, it's normally just parents and uncles and a few family friends watching. But it was a good vibe for them, and I think that boosted them also a bit because the first half the score was pretty even, but the second half the under 21s just ran away with the score.
So Delft is leading 16-15. This is very close. Delft is leading 16-15 at halftime. The typical question that I ask you, and of course we know it's City Park. I mean, everyone's talking about it, the win factor. You need to know how to play there. What's your halftime chat now as the coach of both these sides that are so equal?
Yeah, look, I think for Delft, their coach would say now, we can't kick the ball away because we're playing against the wind. So we can't really, we must just keep the ball and keep it playing through the middle.
Yeah.
And only once you create sort of an overlap, when you have a 4-1-2, then 10 must talk, then you can play. For
Violets.
The coach would say, listen, we've got a heavier pack of forwards. Let's keep them in their 22. Let's use the wind, play them there, and let's just control the game. There's no rush. Let's just play there. It's sort of almost like a final. You don't want to risk anything. You don't have to play in your 22 now with this wind.
Right, well, let's take a look and see if the halftime talks worked for both sides. Of course, Delft leading 16-15 at halftime. Here's now Violets and Delft. Right, there we go. Unfortunately for Delft, it did not go their way. Jerome, final result in going in favour of Violets, 30 points to 23. But Delft will nevertheless be happy with their performance. 9 matches unbeaten this year, only losing in the final.
Yeah, it's good for Delft and it's good for their community. I mean, rugby brings people together, so it's great for them, and it's great to see what they do. And I mean, to be in a final also, it's a plus, and they can only get better and go from strength to strength. Maybe look, Delft is expanding; it's getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully, more players will join the club if they see. I mean, obviously, if they see the club play on TV, they can see what the club is doing for the community. So hopefully, they can get more people at the field next year.
Well, it just goes to show what can happen, because it wasn't so long ago that Delft was struggling to make the numbers. They were struggling to put a single team on the field. And A.B. Marcus and his team, they got together and they started making things work and getting the basics right. And for Delft to be in, well, historically, their first final ever. I mean, it's quite incredible. It just goes to show. And I think it's maybe a lesson in that for a lot of club structures, that even when you think it's not going to work, the old story of saying, well, our club, we can't find enough players, or we can't fill the teams. It's absolute nonsense. There's hundreds of thousands of people out there who want to play rugby. You just have to open the doors.
Yeah, look, I remember when they sent stuff in during COVID, and they always have people there doing their soup kitchens, going around to the community. So they did a lot of work to get people and to people to help. That's why I say they can only grow for what they're doing, and they're very community based and they really work in the community. So that's great.
Yeah, so once again, guys, well done. Thanks to Delft for sending us the footage, and of course congratulations to Violets also for actually walking away with the result at the end of the day. Folks, a little bit later we're going to take a look at some of the fixtures coming up this weekend, as well as the highlights from DHL Western Province up against the Vodacom Under-20 Bulls. Don't go away, that's going to be our last segment. We're still going to bring you highlights though of the finals that were at City Park 2 weeks ago. Back in a sec.